you're having problems and you're feeling down, you can count on Mishu and her friends to bring you right around. So tune in every Thursday to hear what we've got to say.
Well, here I am in my garden today because we're going to be talking about the adolescent brain, the growth that your brain has from like puberty all the way to about the middle of your 20s. And the reason that I'm in my garden is the garden is a place where we do a lot of one of the main characteristics of the adolescent brain, which is to prune away the parts that it no longer needs. So the two parts is the pruning, and the second part is your brain, because it's pruning, is the most plastic, is what the term that is used in science to talk about the fact that your brain is moldable and changeable. Every interaction that we have changes our brain a little bit. Every time we rehearse a memory or something we're trying to learn, our brain changes a little bit. Every time we fall in love, changes our brain. Allow ourselves to see joy instead of pain, changes our brain. And right now, adolescent brain, strongest plasticity since you were 0 to 5. So you're pruning out, and then your brain is ready for all of this amazing growth.
The second function other than pruning during adolescence is for us to grow our brains, to build the connections between the limbic system, the reward and emotional system, to the rational system, all the way in the front of the prefrontal cortex. So we have the ability to use our emotions to help us make decisions and plan and do all the things that our prefrontal cortex does.
Part of the reason I want to share this with you is because brain science is fairly new. When I was your age, adolescence, teenage years, just like, oh, those crazy teenagers with those crazy hormones, just let's ride it through. That's what our parents were told to do. Just ride through the crazy years with the teenagers. Well, some of the same things that I did and I felt and my friends had going on are the exact same things that you're going to have going on, but you're going to understand a little better. So you can recognize that it's normal, that it's just the way the brain is built, and you can use it to leverage this time of amazing growth.
There are 4 main features of an adolescent brain.
Heightened emotionality, the need and interest in connecting with people, particularly connecting with people outside of the primary home. Third thing is your brain is looking for novelty. It's looking for novelty. And because that limbic system, that reward system is developed and you're working on building that prefrontal cortex, that limbic system is going to be kind of looking at, you've got that emotionality and that seeking for novelty, and that reward system that, maybe I'll get something good out of this, is a little more heightened than, shoot, maybe something bad's going to happen from this. Adolescent brains, y'all can tell us the possible bad consequences. But because that perfect combination of, my friends are here and I'm super excited, let's try that, it is an opportunity for the decisions to be made more based on emotion and reward than on rational thought. A little more impulsive, perhaps. So since you have this opportunity of this highly plastic brain, and these 4 characteristics that are pushing you in the direction of building all sorts of growth in your brain, heightened emotionality, desire for connection outside of the primary home, seeking novelty, new and interesting things in people, and 4, that limbic system is really well developed, that emotional and reward system, and not quite connected to the prefrontal cortex all the way yet. That impulsivity, those 4 qualities are going to allow you to just kind of go out there and figure out the world. Just instead of going out there and just like letting life happen to you, you can take advantage of this plastic part of your brain, this really amazing moldable type of your brain, to build the habits to allow you to be healthy and connected and joyful and thriving now, and it'll also set you up in your adult.
Next week, we're going to hear from people who have had strong emotions. How did they handle them? Made new friends? How did it go? Tried new things? What happened? And maybe even people who made some decisions a little more based on their reward system and their emotions than their prefrontal cortex. We'll also hear about ways you can really build good habits to take care of your brain. Until then, be excellent to each other and stay classy, Novato.